Good day and welcome. You're watching St. Martin News Desk, where we bring you the latest and most important stories around the island and beyond. With your anchor crew, Alston Lawrence, Glenda York, Tiziana Hart, and Mizzy with the Sunshine Report. This broadcast is brought to you by TV15 and proudly produced by Great Bay Media Studios in Phillipsburg, St. Martin. And now, let's jump straight into today's top headlines.
Police step up island-wide controls and are seeking help finding a missing teen. St. Martin Police intensified targeted controls across the island, focusing on the prevention of illegal firearms and narcotics. KPSM conducted coordinated operations in multiple districts, carrying out vehicle checks, stop and search actions, and patrols aimed at deterring criminal activity. Officials said that measures form part of ongoing efforts to strengthen public safety and reduce gun and drug-related offenses. Police emphasized that these controls will continue and urge the public to cooperate as enforcement is increased. Meanwhile, authorities are also seeking public assistance in locating a missing 15-year-old girl. Police are asking anyone with information on her whereabouts to come forward immediately. KPSM stressed the urgency of the case and encouraged the community to assist as efforts continue to ensure her safe return. Finance Minister requests review of tax filing rule for seniors. The Minister of Finance is asking the Inspectorate of Taxes to review whether senior citizens who live only on a pension should still be required to file annual income tax returns. According to the ministry, the request is part of a wider effort to improve public service and reduce unnecessary administrative burdens. Officials note that many seniors have no additional income, yet still have to go through the yearly filing process, including collecting documents in person, a process the minister says can be physically difficult and time-consuming. The Inspectorate has now been asked to examine whether exemptions are possible for seniors whose financial situation does not change, and whether such a move could also improve overall system efficiency. Findings are expected to help guide future policy decisions aimed at making the tax system more accessible and streamlined for older residents. Further updates are expected as that review moves forward. NRF meets with Minister Gumbs on heritage projects and Belvedere plans. The National Restoration Fund, or NRF, has paid a courtesy visit to Education, Culture, Youth and Sport Minister the Honorable Minister Gumbs to discuss heritage preservation and future cultural projects in St. Martin. Representing NRF were Chief Executive Officer Ugor Oskan and Chief Financial Officer Koen Reindeers. Discussions focus on ongoing projects on the island, NRF policies on monument and heritage preservation, and possible support for future ECYS initiatives. A major point of discussion was the recently acquired Belvedere Plantation South property. Minister Gumbs outlined a vision for restoring the main house and surrounding buildings on the more than 125,000 square meter site, while also exploring the development of a self-sustaining cultural park and green space. NRF also highlighted its current involvement with the restoration of Pasture Peace on L.B. Scott Road, one of St. Martin's 50 listed monuments. The early 1900s property now serves as a bed and breakfast, museum, and event space. The visit concluded with a site tour of Pasture Peace.
Hello, my people. My name is Glenda York of Sit, Sip and Chat and Moms in Paradise podcast. You can find us on TV15 St. Martin, TVC St. Kitts, and on YouTube. Reporting from Great Bay Media Studios in St. Martin, your NEWSDESK feature story is coming up. But first, here is Mizzy with the Sunshine Report.
Hey there, it's Mizzy with the Sunshine Report, straight out of Sunshine City, St. Martin, bringing you the warmth and the sunshine you need to kickstart your day. So let's dive in today's forecast and see how the skies are treating us.
Biggie, 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 biggie than Kaya, biggie than Saya, biggie than Sala, biggie na muraya, Koune wap kavay ti, pa gen mwaye pou pa champion, pa gen mwaye pou pa champion, pa gen mwaye pou pa champion. Amigo, Joella, kaya mandage. Yo pa kon met ti moun nan gat, so fela. Hey baba, repose up dormi non, kon le vi al pipi kane. You could talk to your family, talk to your friends. Affordability and convenience, community connection, that makes sense. Reliability with experience, hey. For every life, every adventure, number one provider, they got ya. We tell them your data is always on. You can opt out whenever you want. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want the road. Control my data, yeah, yeah, yeah. Always connected every time, everywhere. Money low, but I never fair. I know, tell them it's there. Connectivity, that's what I like. Flexibility, that's what I like. Reliability, that's what I like. Tell them, sign me up for life. Tell them we always on. For every
Stay connected to the best of local and Caribbean content anywhere, anytime with the TVC Plus app, the official app of TVC Channel 40. With the TVC Plus app, you can watch TVC Channel 40 live, catch every episode of your favorite shows on demand, watch exclusive pay-per-view content, listen to Voice of the Caribbean Radio, and watch and read SKN Newsline. The TVC Plus app is available on all your devices. On the Google Play Store, search TVC and the plus sign. In the Apple App Store, type the words TVC Plus. And we're also available on the Amazon App Store for Fire TV and Fire Stick devices. Search the words TVC Plus. Download today and take TVC Channel 40 wherever you go.
All right, don't miss NEWSDESK, weekdays at 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. on TVC. Sync Kids to the World, now streaming everywhere. TP represents St. Martin in International Postal Congress. The Bureau of Telecommunications and Posts represented St. Martin at the 25th International Postal Congress, where global postal leaders gathered to discuss the future of postal services. The event brought together member countries from the Universal Postal Union network to address shared challenges and reforms in the sector. The Congress focused on when and how postal systems must adapt to rapid global changes, including digital transformation, e-commerce growth, and improved service delivery expectations. Discussions also examine where international cooperation can strengthen logistics networks and how developing nations can better integrate into modern postal frameworks. BTP officials highlighted why participation was important, noting that alignment with international standards is essential to ensure efficient and competitive postal services in St. Martin. The sessions also explored what innovations can improve operations, including modernization of systems and enhanced tracking capabilities. Authorities said engagement at the Congress supports ongoing efforts to strengthen the island's postal infrastructure and ensure it remains responsive to evolving global communication and delivery demands. Caribbean Gilder wins another major international honor. The Caribbean Gilder has picked up another major international distinction, with the 200 Gilder banknote being named Banknote of the Year 2025 by the International Banknote Society. The recognition adds to a growing list of honors for the currency introduced by the Central Bank of Curaçao and St. Martin in March 2025. According to reports, the 200 Gilder note stood out globally for its design, innovation, and security features, beating out dozens of newly issued banknotes from around the world. The award also follows earlier recognition for the Caribbean Gilder series as a whole, as well as the CBCS receiving the 2026 Currency Manager Award for the successful rollout of the new currency. The Caribbean Gilder is now the legal tender of Curaçao and St. Martin, with denominations ranging from 10 to 200 guilders. For CBCS, the latest award is another sign that the region's new currency is earning not just public acceptance, but international respect as well. 70 received Dutch citizenship in second naturalization ceremony. 70 persons officially obtained Dutch citizenship during St. Martin's second naturalization ceremony of 2026, marking a significant milestone in their integration into the Kingdom of the Netherlands. The ceremony included the mandatory Declaration of Solidarity, where participants pledged to respect the laws, rights, and democratic values of the Kingdom. This step finalized the naturalization process, granting them full citizenship status. Officials highlighted that Dutch citizenship comes with both rights and responsibilities, including civic participation and contribution to society. The group of new citizens reflected the island's multicultural character, representing a wide range of nationalities and backgrounds. Authorities congratulated the recipients on their achievement and encouraged them to actively engage in the community, reinforcing social cohesion and national development.
When we come back, we go to our in-depth feature of the day, exploring one of the island's most thought-provoking topics. That's just ahead. Stay tuned.
You know, we all talk about having rights. And yeah, we do.
We have the right to be safe.
The right to learn and get an education.
The right to speak up and be heard.
The right to dream big and build our future.
But listen, rights don't stand alone.
We also have responsibilities.
Real talk, if we want respect, we gotta give respect too.
St. Martin is our home.
So let's protect it. Keep our beaches clean, our streets clean, and show love to nature.
Healthy island, healthy future.
Our parents and guardians do a lot for us.
Let's show respect, talk to them, and listen, even when it's hard.
School prepares us for life.
So we show up, we stay focused, and we put in effort.
We want opportunities, so we work for them.
We are part of this community, every village, every culture, every neighborhood.
Let's be kind, positive, and supportive.
A stronger community starts with us.
And most importantly, we are responsible for ourselves.
We make healthy choices for our mind and body.
We believe in our goals and our voice and our future.
Our rights give us power, our responsibilities make us leaders. Together we rise.
The Convention of the Rights of the Child isn't just a policy, it's protection and responsibility. When our children learn their rights, they are better prepared to take on their responsibility. This public service announcement is brought to you by the Department of Youth.
Let's put everything on the table. People always give their opinion, and you can either take it or crunch it. Let them judge. We give in to the most irresistible flavor. We devour every nugget that falls in our hands, especially when it's our crunchy fried chicken. And let the crumbs fly if needed. Let them keep judging. We'll keep indulging. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
You could talk to your family, talk to your friends. Affordability and convenience. Community connection, that makes sense. Reliability with experience. Hey, for every love, every adventure. Number one provider, they got ya. We tell them your data is always on. You can opt out whenever you want. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want the road. Control my data, yeah, yeah, yeah. Always connected every time, everywhere. Money low, but I never fair. I know, tell them is there. Connectivity, that's what I like. Flexibility, that's what I like. Reliability, that's what I like. Tell them, sign me up for life. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Come tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to go. Come tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to road.
Biggie, 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 biggie,
Bigger than Kaya, bigger than Saya, bigger than Sala, bigger than Muraya. Oh, they bad kids. Me tu pone wa I love it.
Before we wrap up, we take a moment each day to check in with our neighbors across the region. There's always a story worth paying attention to. Here's today's regional headline.
In our regional report today, our Caribbean focuses on talent, tourism, and global partnerships. The Caribbean is seeing a movement across multiple sectors this week, from youth development to tourism and international business partnerships. In the Caribbean Netherlands, a key talent development program has officially been relaunched, aimed at giving young professionals new opportunities to grow, train, and build careers within the region. The initiative is designed to strengthen local capacity while reducing the need for talent to move abroad. Meanwhile, regional airline Winair is calling on travel agents to showcase their Caribbean stories as part of Smart 2026, one of the region's leading tourism events. The initiative highlights the importance of storytelling and authentic experiences in promoting Caribbean destinations to the global market. And in the business sector, Nagico Insurances has stepped onto the international stage, joining the ExxonMobil Guyana Global Super League as an official partner, marking another example of Caribbean companies expanding their presence in global sporting and corporate arenas. Together, these developments reflect a region investing in its people, promoting its identity, and strengthening its global connections. Shout out to our viewers across the Caribbean Netherlands, the Dutch Caribbean. We see you. Here we go with the island fact. Bonaire is home to one of the Caribbean's best preserved marine parks, where coral reefs are so protected that snorkeling right off the shore feels like swimming in an aquarium.
Welcome back. Each day, we take a moment to go beyond the headlines and look deeper into the issues, people, and conversations shaping life here on St. Martin. Welcome to today's NEWSDESK feature.
What happens when development meets the shoreline and the shoreline starts to disappear? Across St. Martin, a growing concern is taking shape, not just about construction, but about access, identity, and the future of the island itself. New concerns are being raised over ongoing coastal development across St. Martin, with critics warning that current plans may be putting both nature and public access at risk. The issue centers around the steady expansion of beachfront construction projects that, while often tied to economic growth, are increasingly being questioned for their long-term impact on the island's environment and its people. At the heart of the debate is a simple but powerful question: who owns the coastline? Because while development continues, there are growing fears that natural spaces are being reduced, and in some cases, access to beaches is becoming more limited for the public. This is not a new issue in the Caribbean. Across the region, islands heavily dependent on tourism have faced the same tension, balancing economic opportunity with environmental protection. Studies from across regional environmental bodies and organizations like the Caribbean Development Bank have repeatedly warned that overdevelopment along coastlines can accelerate erosion, damage marine ecosystems, and weaken natural defenses against storms. Beaches are not static. They shift, they breathe, and depend on open space. When construction moves too close to the shoreline, it disrupts the natural balance. And in a place like St. Martin, where beaches are not just recreational spaces, but economic lifelines, the consequences can be significant. There's also the issue of access. In many Caribbean territories, laws technically guarantee public access to beaches, but in practice, development can create barriers, physical, visual, or even psychological, and that makes those spaces feel less public. What was once open shoreline slowly becomes segmented, controlled, or indirectly restricted. And that raises concerns not just about environment, but about equity, because the coastline in St. Martin is more than real estate. It's culture, its livelihood, its identity. From fishermen to small vendors, from families to tourists, the beach is one of the few truly shared spaces on the island. If access becomes limited, the impact is not evenly felt. It affects those who rely on the coast the most. At the same time, development remains a key pillar of the economy. Hotels, villas, and infrastructure bring jobs, investment, and growth. So the issue is not development itself, it's how that development is managed. Without strong planning, clear regulation, and enforcement, the risk is not just environmental degradation, long-term economic vulnerability, because once natural coastlines are damaged or lost, they are extremely difficult and costly to restore. So the real question facing St. Martin is not whether to develop, but whether the island can develop without losing what makes it valuable in the first place. Because beaches built the tourism product. Nature built the brand. And if those are compromised, then growth today could come at the cost of tomorrow. Coastline is still here, but the decisions being made now will determine how much of it remains and who it truly belongs to.
That's all the time we have for today's edition of St. Martin News Desk. Thank you so much for joining us. Remember, new episodes premiere every weekday at 8 a.m. on TV 15 and across all our social media platforms. From all of us here at News Desk, we wish you a fantastic week ahead. Until next time, stay friendly, St. Martin.